As you know, this is the same day and time. I am still going to pull a twin flame card, and this will resonate for the people who resonate with this particular video. The twin flame message for you other twin flames at the beginning of part 1 of this video may be different. We're pulling right now for the second group. What is the second twin flame energy before I get into the continuation of the discussion that we were having that got a little bit too long? But welcome to the channel. I'm Tanisha Ali. I'm helping you to gain clarity, up level your mindset, clear and heal energetic blockages so you can manifest the glory of God that is within you, baby. If you hadn't purchased my book, Manifesting Your Masterpiece, and you're about the business of manifesting your masterpiece and getting in alignment, you need to get that book and add it to your healing library. So I'm sending y'all lots of love. Let's get this message, please. What is the message for those on the twin flame journey? What is the next message that they need to hear? If you heard the first one and you resonated, you might need this one also. You have to be to figure out why or how this message may or may not apply to you, okay? It may not be now. It may be that you see this video a year later. But let's look at what the message is for those people across times and dimensions and space who will be tuning in to this message, because this is a timeless message, and then we're going to go ahead and dig in, all right? Okay, you saw how that came out, right? We're going with it. We got the dragon, y'all. We're going to look at the bottom. We had this to show up in the last one. So tempers are flaring right now between you and your twin, or the last time you talked to them, tempers were flaring. Somebody's being scorched, but I want you to recognize that the two of you are. I used to have this saying when I first started this channel. I thought that was going to be my saying that I would bring, you know, to the watcher every time I did a video. I wish I could remember it right now, but I can't. But the fire that scorches us is also the fire that purges us, cleanses us, and heals us, essentially is what it had to do with. So although it hurts and it burns and it's difficult and it gets too hot and it short circuits you, whatever it is that it is doing to you, it is there to bring about renewal. All right. But you could be literally in a space, although it's there to bring about renewal, and this is your Sphinx and your rebirth energy, because that's what the dragon energy represents to me. And I read intuitively, right now you ain't in a good place, more than likely, okay? It doesn't feel too good, okay? Somebody hurt somebody, or you got two fires that are meeting each other with equal levels of intensity, and it's too hot, and maybe somebody got out of the kitchen. Let's look at the energy that is on the bottom of the deck. Survey says, good times, baby. Good times. So help me sing that song. Good times. So at the bottom of this, baby, is this. So for those of you who are burning the midnight, doing the midnight vigils, and this is almost like the same message we had before, so there must be a reason that these messages are coming up, y'all, because all of them are not the same. I got to check the deck to make sure it's not stacked. But there are good times at the bottom of this, meaning there'll be something that you'll celebrate. There will be something good that will come out of this, and there is reason to be hopeful. So if you are in a twin flame connection, and like I'm gonna tell you, like I told everybody else, don't get hung up on the semantics. Twin flame journey, people have made money off of it. They have misrepresented a lot of shit. They have used it to exploit an audience. In the matrix, the twin flame journey has been reduced down to something that represents very little of what it actually is. It's being used for people to do meaningless readings that keep people in these dysfunctional cycles without actually giving them any guidance. It causes people to pine away for somebody that is a karmic, or somebody that does not even know they exist. All right. And so many other things. That is not what we're doing here. I'm talking about a high level, high vibrational relationship where the two people fundamentally at their essence are equally yoked in this lifetime and are being given an opportunity to explore said relationship. Okay, and we're going to talk more about that in a minute. But here we got two opposing energies, two polarities here. But what we end up having is there is something to celebrate. And this good times card, the first thing I thought about when I saw it was the Four of Wands, which is a twin flame card in the tarot, but it's also a card of reuniting and a sort of reunion of sorts. So no matter where you are in this journey right now, you will have an opportunity to come full circle or to reunite with this person and have another experience. Now, does that mean it's going to last forever? No. And is that what the twin flame journey is about? Hell to the no. But the twin flame journey does put you in charge of all of your faculties, those physical, mental, intellectual, spiritual, financial, psychological, so forth and so on, so that you can make an informed choice about what you want to do with your destiny after a period of integration and true healing. You have the ability to potentially experience an amazingly blessed relationship, a loving, harmonious relationship where both people are moving in unison, where both people have a momentum that changes the world, that heals the people that they come in contact with, that not only heals externally, but heals internally and puts you on point with a level of fifth dimensional living that is unsurpassed in your own life. Fifth and higher. Okay, so this is what the power of these relationships have to do. Now, bear in mind, I always say, because this is a verse in the Quran, God sends down water according to the valleys in due proportion. So every twin flame relationship is not going to be the same. It's going to be relative to where you are on your healing journey, what level of work that you've done. Some people are soaring and doing all sorts of things that may not be what you're able to manifest at this level. Maybe you're coming up from living in a frequency where you're just separating from a belief system that's no longer working for you. Maybe your twin flame is coming out from across the world from another culture. So it's based on your level and where you are. So do not compare your twin flame journey to anyone else. And by the same token, do not invalidate whether or not you're on a twin flame journey based upon what someone else says. This is something that comes to you that you know is true. Oftentimes, though, I will say that it can be something that comes to you that you know is true and it is not true, because as time goes on, you realize that this relationship is debasing you, it's taking you apart, it's destroying your finances, it's a codependent, sick kind of a relationship, and you recognize this is a karmic relationship. This is not a soulmate relationship, that is a twin flame relationship, or that is a harmonious, highest expression of a soul relationship that you can have with someone. It's important that you know the difference. So if you haven't done a lot of research in this area, I have a few other videos on my channel having to do with soulmates, soul ties, karmic relationships, and false twin flames. You're going to need to watch those as well. But again, at the end of the day, the onus is on you to understand the relationship that you are in and to define that. And that's going to come not by way of you pronouncing that after you've known someone for 6 months. It just ain't going to happen. Because once that runner chase cycle starts to happen, that can carry on for quite a lengthy amount of time. And so, but each time it happens, you should be able to close out a karmic cycle and go into another one that brings about additional blessings, lessons, learning, and internal and external discourse between you and that person, a level of growth in short. All right, and that should be very definable and very noticeable. If you're in something with someone and it just continues to spiral downward and nothing is happening and your life is being uprooted, you became homeless, and I'm exaggerating, but you became homeless from them, you lost your dog, defects came in and took your kids, I mean, I'm talking like crazation, but something that's like at the height of total disharmony, dysfunction, and this destroyed your life, baby, that is not twin flame. I just have to say that. All right, so let's move on from this. And I'm gonna, if you're watching this is the second video, part 2, and you didn't see part 1, I'm gonna do my best to go back and put it in the credits or in the link at the end of this video so that you'll have a chance to go back and see this video. And if I have the time, I'll link the other twin flame videos as well. I'm usually not that good about that, but you can always go into my channel, select my videos, the videos link up at the top of YouTube, and do a search within my channel for twin flame, false twin flame, soulmates, soul ties, and so forth and so on. So to continue, I think I left off in the other video. Let me grab some water. I think I was talking about it doesn't always work. Let's talk about what some of the ultimate aims are for this relationship and why it can be okay if it doesn't work. Because remember, in this reality, you make the magic, right? In this reality, every experience that you have is always taking you to a level of greater expansion. We can't get stuck on the things of the physical world, on the temporal things, the concrete things. We can't get stuck on people and cause that to keep us from evolving. You came here alone, baby. You're going to go out of here alone. And when that time comes, you will not be concerned about A, B, C, D, E, F, G that didn't work out. You're going to be doing a collective analysis or inventory of what you did with your life. And if the legacy that you're leaving behind, not the financial legacy, but if the legacy that you're leaving behind, if you did what you came here to do, in other words. So it's important to understand that the benefit of this relationship is extremely powerful. It will be the most significant catalyst in your life for all change that needs to take place and all change that needed to take place. And for that, you should always bless this relationship. Okay, so if you are in union with a twin flame, understand that. If you are not united with your twin flame, understand that. And just take a moment of silence to send love and gratitude to that person who is your soul match, who has an identical energetic frequency as yours, who came here to help you be the best person that you could be in this lifetime. Take a moment, pause the video, and send love and gratitude to that person. And don't let the ego stuff of this world keep you from transcending and understanding what the true meaning of this connection is about, because it doesn't mean that you're necessarily going to be with that person. And that might be a part 3 video. But if you are fortunate enough to be with that person, I forget because I'm not Christian, but there's a verse in the Bible that speaks something about what two people can do when they come together. Put it in the comments if you know what that is. I love it. There's so much beauty. I mean, I'm always quoting biblical scripture because it's just amazing. But there's something about when two people, you know, like iron sharpens iron, right? So when two people come together, what they can do in terms of growth and the momentum that they can have, it's just amazing. So when you come into union, if you're able to come into union, total union with your twin flame, your earthly experience is going to transcend anything that you could have ever dreamed of in your wildest dreams. It's going to bring a level of inner balance and awareness, a level of closeness with the divine and through another human being, but also closeness with another human being. It's going to open up a world that is more magical than anything that you could do on your own. I'm just going to call a spade a spade. So if you're fortunate enough to be able to do that, God help you. That's all I can say. You are very, very fortunate. And depending upon where you are on the journey right now, you can't see whether or not that's going to happen. You can look at this message, because here's the beauty. When that person comes into your life to open you up to your God-like energy and the energy of God, when that person comes into your life to do that, and that blessing has descended upon you for whatever the reasons are that you were so chosen to have that descend upon you, guess what happens after the catalyst and the break happens? And whatever that person came in to show you about yourself that you refuse to see, and whatever that person came into your life to help you integrate, once you get past the initial, the water in the pond, when you do like this, is very muddy, right? And you can't see the muck and the mire and all the stuff that's in there. But eventually the mud settles down to the bottom, and what's on the top has risen to the top as clear. It's clear, right? You have clarity. You can see. So that's an analogy for you've worked out some of the aspects of yourself that have been no use to you, but that have been in your energy, attracting the same experiences over and over and over and over and over. You did a major up level. This person came into your life to help you clear the way because they love you, because ultimately you are their twin. And ultimately, other than maybe your parents in this worldly dynamic here, they signed up for this stuff, and they signed up to come and rescue your ass and save your ass and try to give you an opportunity to unite with them, which maybe you just ain't ready for. You still ain't ready for prime time, baby. Or maybe they still ain't ready for prime time. Whatever it is, when that happens, and you come into the realization that that's who this person is, guess what? After that, the onus is on you and that person to use your free will to get to what we talked about with this, which means this is where the real work begins. And you thought that all the other stuff that y'all was dealing with was work. Baby, this is where the real work begins. Need I say more? And when I say that, I really mean that. Because, but the, like the what you put in is what you get out of it. The possibility to have an experience that is so magical, so magnificent, so wonderful, so full of miracles, it's just amazing. Because when you're with this person, you're not in the world. You're someplace else. You're in a whole nother reality. It is the most magical, most beautiful thing that you could have ever experienced in your life. And literally, it is something that maybe some people only dream of. That's y'all who are resonating with this video, y'all already know what I'm talking about. I can't even explain it, but I don't have to, because if you resonate with this video, you already know, right? So, but to whom much is given, much is required. So when you unite with this person, everywhere you go, people feel your energy. Everywhere you go, people see your energy. This person ignites the most powerful, most beautiful, most wondrous, magnetic, miraculous aspects within you. You have the capacity. I say that you have the capacity. Because if you're mired in that lower vibrational energy or a karmic cycle that you and that person have not cleansed, then you're not going to, as you go up and up and up and up and up till you finally cleanse what needs to be cleansed so that you can come together. When you're with that person, it is very healing. At the most basic level, it heals the two of you. At the most basic level, on all levels, physically, mentally. I mean, literally, this stuff can heal your physical and your chronic problems that you've been having. Yes, it does, because it's a higher vibrational energy that is otherworldly. It will heal and should heal your finances. It should heal your ability to be your authentic self. It should take you into corners of yourself that you never knew were there, or that you never knew you had the capacity to transcend. From an outward standpoint, it puts you on your divine life path and allows you to move forward in a way where ultimately you make a contribution to the world along with your twin flame that benefits more than just yourself. It may benefit the community in which you live. It may benefit an organization in which you live. It may benefit the nation or the larger neighborhood in which you live. It may have international ramifications. It may take you into a space of energetic healing and I don't want to say sainthood, but in a place where energetically you come so close to tasting the reality of spirit, God, whatever you want to call that. It has the capacity to take you far and beyond anything that you ever thought was possible. That's the blessing in this relationship. And now I say that to help you to understand that in this runner chaser stuff, where one person is running, the other person is chasing them, trying to have the relationship because they can see what the hell is going on, about the beauty of it or the possibility of it. And then eventually they burn out, they short circuit because of the reasons I talked about in the first video. And then the other person starts chasing them, and then they start running because, it's too hot, they need to get out the kitchen, the car, the dragon energy, right? As that continues to go back and forth, at some point you should get to a point to where that begins to shift. And even though it may still be there, you begin to see progress being made, and you're not in the same low vibrational stagnant energy that you might have been in the beginning of that relationship, when the chemistry had you so swept up that you were short-circuiting every time you turned around, and it was like Scar and Mufasa, like doing this all the time. Okay? But it doesn't mean that your problems or the difficulties or the challenges or the beauty of the relationship can be fully realized at this point, because those difficulties, those challenges, or those so-called problems, they have to be energetically healed and worked through. And as long as they are not energetically healed and worked through, you simply cannot come into union, because the person is you. And imagine you and all of your stuff in a relationship with you and all of your stuff. How easy really would it be? Just think about it. How easy would it be for you to have a relationship with you? That's exactly what this is and what this feels like, okay? So, you know, there's no shortcut to success. And you got to roll up your sleeves and you got to do the work. So you're having this runner chaser thing that keeps going on and on and on and on. But through these periods of separation where you're not in union with this person and y'all are not talking and y'all are mad and one person is seeing the other person's back and you block this person, during those times, you should still be able to, and it is incumbent upon you, it is imperative for you to continue moving your life forward. You have to trust that as you're moving your life forward, that person, if they are your true counterpart, is also doing what they need to do to move their life forward. You have to see yourself as, you know how the mother may carry that child around her all day to make sure that they both get to the same place, whether it's in the desert, you know, and the mother's carrying the child on her back, or it's in Africa and that child is with that mother all day while she's carrying that thing on her head or while she's bending down, that child is going wherever she's going. You got to understand that there's a tie, there's a strong energetic tie, there's a soul tie, there's a connection that cannot be severed. And so while what it is that you're doing to move forward in your life, that's why it's so important that you move forward in your life, because the growth that you're doing is also, it's like you're taking one for the team, okay? And by the same token, that person has a responsibility to do the same as well. If you're not seeing any progress, and this person is not doing anything, and you're some time into this, let's say you're beyond the first year or so, and this person is continuing to just spiral down, you got that. More may not be a twin flame relationship, that may be a karmic relationship, that may be some other type of soul tie. You have to be the judge of that. So that relationship should put you on the path and help open up a whole new world to you. That's another major sign of whether or not this is your twin flame. When this is your twin flame, that person comes into your life, or you come into their life to ignite a level of spiritual awakening. Maybe they've been searching for something, or they were awakening without realizing it. And when you come into their life, or they come into your life, you're able to see a level of change and transformation over time that has been happening within you, that person was able to give voice to. That's the destiny aspect of it. It's like someone coming in and anointing you, or touching you, or giving you a Reiki attunement, or turning you on to life. Okay, suddenly you recognize that you're living life at a different level. Suddenly you recognize you've been in the matrix, you want out of the matrix. Suddenly you realize that you have the capacity to create your own reality. Suddenly you're more concerned with the spiritual aspect and your inner blueprint than you are the outer world. Suddenly that worldly stuff does not mean as much as the work that you know you need to do internally and getting in alignment with what your divine purpose is. Okay, the twin flame relationship carries a lot of responsibility with it. It's impossible to mess it up, I will say, because if you're messing it up, you're just not going to be in union with that person. As I mentioned, if you're fortunate enough to come into union with that person, it's a wonderful gift and a blessing, and it's something that inevitably is shared with the world. So let's say, for example, you're in a star energy. Let's say we're talking about a masculine, and you're fine, you're beautiful, you're smart, you're considerate, you have a lot of attention and eyes on you, you have all these beautiful things that are going on in your life, like you make magic, you make things happen. You know that, you know, anything that you've ever wanted, you were able to get. You've been working on your life, you've been doing a lot of inner work, you've been trying to, you know, go back into your childhood traumas, you've been trying to address the things in your life that you need to try to address. You're dealing with issues of victimhood, and you're emerging into a place of empowerment, and everything is going your way, and you come into relationship with someone, and they may be your twin flame, but they are not prepared to deal with the fact that you are in the spotlight. Let's say they have insecurities, and because of their insecurities, or their fears of losing you, or their fears of you being in the energy of other women, or whatever it may be, they can't handle that. And because of that, and their need to deal with that, it creates that tension that we're talking about. Maybe they have abandonment issues. Maybe they have other insecurities and fears. We all have them. Whatever it is, if they don't come face to face with those things, and by the same token, you don't come face to face with things you need to come face to face with. We're talking about them at this point. If they can't deal with that, and every time you come into their energy, they lower your vibrational frequency, and when they lower your vibrational frequency, you can see it in other areas of your life. Because I always talk about when you're in the fifth dimension, or when you're striving to be in a fifth dimensional place, everything that you do in your world, every single day, every thought that you think, every single thing you pay for it, you get immediate feedback. So when this person is in your life, they bring about mayhem, and they bring about disconnection, they bring about disharmony, and they can't seem to master themselves and be willing to see themselves through your mirror to deal with what they need to do. It may be a situation where you have to move on, and maybe that length of time or that disunion will continue, it will last. Maybe you won't be able to come back into union, because when you come back into union with this person, maybe they still haven't done the level of inner work that they need to do, and you haven't done the level of inner work that you need to do to still keep things in union. So you could be in a place where you meet this person and you have that combined energy that allows you to move forward, but for some reason it's not able to fully go forward. But in that coming together and coming offline, or being online, going offline, you move through several karmic cycles, and that person is a catalyst for your personal growth. They also, too, as your twin, have served on a beautiful purpose. And you, while you're in your space doing whatever it is and interpreting whatever it is that you're interpreting from them in terms of what they are bringing into your life or what they are not bringing into your life that will allow the relationship to work, you are giving them, they are growing and you are growing. And you are still, there's healing that is taking place at a level that could not have happened in any other relationship. So in that sense, their work is done as you continue to grow and come into union with yourself, and you fully begin to integrate so that you can have a better experience of this reality. They've done their work. And in that case, you have to surrender to the situation, which brings me to my next point. The twin flame journey is about you confronting yourself and dealing with the things you need to deal with. If you're able to come into union with that person, it's a bonus, but it's not the kind of thing that should stop your life. It's not the kind of thing that should keep you in a battle, a vibrational battle, every time you turn around and it doesn't improve. You should be able to part in love and bless one another and continue to move forward, and know that that person and that connection is still a very critical part of your experience. We have this issue in the third dimensional reality of needing the physical proof of things. We have this fixation on these attachments that we need to have, and that those fixations and those attachments, albeit very difficult to transcend in your everyday life, those things reduce you down to something that deserves better. You deserve better than to be so fixated on the physical, the concrete, the mundane. There is the possibility to have a beautiful experience on your own. There is a possibility to have a beautiful experience with another soulmate. So I say that to say, never let this stop up your life. Because like I said in the first video, the blessing is the meeting and to coming into recognition as to what this is. Once that happens and the turbulence gets started, the cleansing part, the free will decisions that the two of you have to make if you want this to work, the purging, the ego death, all of that stuff, that's on you and that person. And if you guys can't hold the love in your heart chakra, or your body field, or whatever it is not reinforced enough to hold the love in the way that it deserves to be loved so that you can experience the ultimate blessing, it's just not going to happen. And it may not happen in this lifetime. Doesn't mean it ain't going to happen. It just means right now ain't the time. So your fixation on time, you just have to keep moving forward, because ultimately that's the choice here in this reality, is to keep moving forward and to keep moving forward. So you have the runner chaser thing, you have the recognition, you have the synchronicities, and the almost the conspiring of the universe that happens when you are around this person. You have the ability to be catalyzed and to move forward in a way that maybe you weren't able to be before. You have the ability to get to know yourself at a whole new level in an entirely different way. You have the ability to understand more deeply what self-love is actually all about. This person triggers the darker aspects within you that still need healing, that still need work. And if you're not willing to do the work, then you are not going to be able to reap the blessings of what this relationship has in store for you. So, you know, ultimately, a lot of the other stuff that you hear about this journey, a lot of it is true. There's a lot more than what I actually talked about, which is why I want to direct you back to some of my earlier videos. But at the end of this, this journey is a beautiful journey. And whether or not you end up with your twin flame, you have the wherewithal to bless that partnership and that relationship, and to know that you enjoyed something that was extremely powerful. And like I said, if both of you can get it together, you have the ability to take mega quantum leaps ahead and be on timelines of success that you couldn't think up in your wildest dreams. So whatever the demise, or whatever the disintegration, or whatever the difficulties are that you experienced in other earlier areas of your life, this thing can come into your life and heal everything. Okay, and you'll be at another level of reality with its own challenges or tests or lessons, but you will leave a certain era behind and move into another aspect of your personal growth and development with regard to your spiritual journey. So I hope this video helped you in some way. I am going to do my best once it actually posts to go back and put the links to the other videos in this particular video. I love y'all. I appreciate your support on the channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Remember, if you didn't see the first video, this is part 2. So if you didn't see the first video, it's already posted. Make sure you go back and watch it. And clearly, if you're watching this video and you saw the first video, you know this is part 2. And I will continue to do videos like this from time to time, because I know that these are energies of experiences that many people are having at this particular time in our human evolution. And I do think it's important to talk about them. And I do think it's important to differentiate these connections, whether you call it a twin flame connection or not. I do think it's important to differentiate these type of soulmate energies from other types of soulmate energies. Don't forget the book, Manifesting Your Masterpiece. If you're interested in tarot classes, click on my information in the description and go to my Butterfly Transformation School and take a tarot class or 2. I love you. This is Tanisha Ali, helping you to gain clarity, up-level your mindset, clear and heal energetic blockages so you can manifest the glory of God that is within you.
If you are not using I Am Melanin Magic Hair Oil, then what are you using?
Hey guys, so I started using this oil called I Am Melanin Magic since February of this year, and check out the new growth. Like, it's insane. Not only did it help with my new growth, but it smells amazing too.
See the dramatic improvements Denisha has made after not having hair around her edges for 3 years. Tanya's hair had been like this for almost 20 years, and while getting injections. Her doctor said it was scarred and would never grow back. After 4 weeks of using I Am Melanin Magic, this is what she looked like. I Am Melanin Magic did this to Danette's hair after a short time. Hi, I'm the creator of the I Am Melanin Magic hair and skincare brand. My vision has always been to develop a line of products that meets the unique needs of melanated people. The I Am Melanin Magic hair oil is our premier product. It is the leading high-end supplement for your mane.
It reduces breakage, promotes growth, and can be used on all hair types and looks, from straightened hair and micro-locks to wigs and protective styles. It's antifungal, antibacterial, and anti-funk, so you know you're protected.
It softens and conditions your hair, and it's anti-frizz too.
This really is all you need. It's rich with antioxidants, loaded with growth-promoting ingredients. Look at the growth of my hair. The proof is in the product. Need I say more? Don't delay. Purchase yours today.
I Am Melanin Magic, and so are you.
If you are not using I Am Melanin Magic hair oil, then what are you using?
Hey guys, so I started using this oil called I Am Melanin Magic since February of this year, and check out the new growth. Like, it's insane. Not only did it help with my new growth, but it smells amazing too.
See the dramatic improvements Denisha has made after not having hair around her edges for 3 years. Tanya's hair had been like this for almost 20 years, and while getting injections. Her doctor said it was scarred and would never grow back. After 4 weeks of using I Am Melanin Magic, this is what she looked like. I Am Melanin Magic did this to Danette's hair after a short time. Hi, I'm the creator of the I Am Melanin Magic hair and skincare brand. My vision has always been to develop a line of products that meets the unique needs of melanated people. The I Am Melanin Magic hair oil is our premier product. It is the leading high-end supplement for your mane.
It reduces breakage, promotes growth, and can be used on all hair types and looks, from straightened hair and micro-locks to wigs and protective styles. It's antifungal, antibacterial, and anti-funk, so you know you're protected.
It softens and conditions your hair, and it's anti-frizz too.
This really is all you need. It's rich with antioxidants, loaded with growth-promoting ingredients. Look at the growth of my hair. The proof is in the product. Need I say more? Don't delay. Purchase yours today.
I Am Melanin Magic, and so are you.